Are you frustrated by generic answers from ChatGPT? Did you know that the only thing standing between you and the perfect conversation with AI is the way you ask? In this video, we're going to turn those frustrations into breakthroughs. Let me guide you on how to unlock ChatGPT's true potential and make it work for you. Today, we're diving into something that has completely changed the way I work, and I'm excited to share it with you. The ultimate formula for crafting perfect prompts on ChatGPT. Whether you're a total beginner or someone who's played around with AI tools a bit and felt stuck wishing your ideas could flow seamlessly, by the end of this video, you'll have a solid foundation to generate precise, high-quality responses every single time. Let's jump right in. We've all been there, overwhelmed, not knowing how to get the best from ChatGPT. I knew that learning to prompt was crucial, but I couldn't quite figure out why some of my inputs led to amazing results, while others were just, well, pretty basic. Since then, I've spent hours honing my skills, taking courses, and practicing. The truth is, prompting is an art. But once you understand the 6 building blocks of a great prompt, it becomes second nature. So in this video, I'm going to break down these essential components, show you how they work together, and give you examples so you can start using them right away. Before we get into examples, let's quickly outline the 6 key components of a good prompt in order of importance. Number 1, task. Number 2, context. Number 3, exemplars. Number 4, persona. Number 5, format. Number 6. Tone. Each of these plays an important role, but they don't all need to be used in every prompt. Understanding how to prioritize them will help you craft prompts that are clear, concise, and effective. First up is the task. This is the core action you want the AI to perform. You should always start with a strong, action-oriented verb. Think about words like generate, write, analyze, or summarize. A well-defined task gives the AI clear instructions. For example, if you're asking ChatGPT to create a list of 3 songs, it's clear, action-driven, and straight to the point. In this case, the task is creating a list and it gives me a list. ChatGPT can create text like stories, poems, essays, and dialogues. It can also create lists, for example, recommendations, summaries, or structured information. ChatGPT can create ideas like brainstorming sessions for projects, events, or creative works. It can also create questions like quizzes, trivia, or discussion prompts, and it can offer advice, for example, tips on writing, study strategies, or personal development. The task is the most important component of a good prompt as it sets the foundation for everything else. After the task, the next important element in prompting is context. In ChatGPT, context refers to the information or background details given to the model to help generate more accurate and relevant responses. This is crucial because it helps the AI understand the situation more. For example, if you ask ChatGPT, create a list of songs, ChatGPT will give a list of 3 random songs it thinks are good. But if you say, I really like pop music, please recommend a list of 3 songs, you can see that ChatGPT is now using context that you like pop music and gives you a list that matches your preference. As you can see, these are 2 totally different lists of songs. When giving context, I like to ask myself 3 questions, like, what's the user's background? What does success look like? What environment are they in? Giving ChatGPT the right information will bring you back the right answer every time. Here is a pro tip. ChatGPT works best when given a clear context. When the importance of the task is understood, the model can focus on key elements, reducing irrelevant information and improving precision. Next, we will talk about exemplars. This is the 3rd component in creating a perfect prompt. Exemplars might sound fancy, but it's simply about including examples. These examples act as templates or reference points to show how you want the model to respond, helping it better understand the style, format, or type of information you're looking for. If I give ChatGPT this prompt, explain photosynthesis to a 5th grader, ChatGPT will give me a simplified scientific answer. However, if I give ChatGPT this prompt, explain photosynthesis to a 5th grader, explain it like when you use ingredients to bake cookies. ChatGPT will give me a really interesting answer that explains photosynthesis using baking terms. It will explain how just like baking cookies requires mixing ingredients and using heat, plants mix sunlight, water, and air to make their own food and give us oxygen. When I include an example, it gives the AI a model to follow, and the output is much more useful. Exemplars are not necessary, but including them gives you exactly what you are expecting. After the exemplars, the next important element in prompting is persona. This is all about who you want the AI to be in the conversation. Think of someone who you wish you had access to. If you are going through some emotional tough times, that person could be a psychologist. If you are a job seeker, that person could be a hiring manager. If you need to lose weight through diet, that person could be a dietitian. By assigning a persona, you get a response tailored to that person's expertise, which can be incredibly valuable. For example, if you ask ChatGPT, act like a patient teacher to explain space travel. As you can see, ChatGPT gives us a really detailed answer that is easy to understand. Remember, the more information you give ChatGPT, the better your output. Moving on to format, this is where you decide how you want the output to be presented. Visualize what the final result should look like. Do you want bullet points, a table, a full report with headings? Specifying this ensures that the response is not only correct, but also easy to use. For example, if you give ChatGPT this prompt, can you compare the features of 3 popular planets in our solar system, Earth, Mars, and Jupiter? Please put the information in a table. It will give us back the comparison features and the planets on a neat table. You could ask ChatGPT to organize any information into a table with columns. If you're writing a report, you could request the output in neatly structured paragraphs with headings for each section. This step ensures you can quickly take ChatGPT's output and run with it. Examples of format ChatGPT can create a list, step-by-step, dialogue, email, table, outline, etc. Here is a pro tip. Let ChatGPT organize the information for you. Finally, let's talk about tone. The tone of your prompt is how you set the emotional or stylistic direction for ChatGPT's response. Whether you want the response to be formal, casual, friendly, or authoritative, specifying tone can make all the difference. For example, let's say you're writing an email to your team about the sick policy. You could ask ChatGPT to use a professional yet approachable tone. This simple request can guide ChatGPT to strike the right balance in the response. If you're writing a speech for an event, you might ask for something more motivational and enthusiastic. Setting the tone is helpful but not necessary. Pro tip: tell ChatGPT how the response should sound, and this can make all the difference. Now that we have talked about all 6 elements that create a perfect ChatGPT prompt, let's combine all these elements into one powerful prompt. Imagine you're a YouTube content creator and you want to create a story for 6-year-olds. Here's how you could structure the perfect prompt. Write a fun, lighthearted story for a 6-year-old audience that features a group of talking animals going on an exciting adventure in a magical forest. The main characters should include a brave bunny, a curious squirrel, and a funny bird. Along the way, they encounter a problem, for example, a missing rainbow, a locked treasure chest, or a friend in need of help that they must solve together using teamwork and their unique abilities. The story should include colorful visuals, simple dialogue, and a positive message about friendship and problem solving. ChatGPT will give us a fun, lighthearted story for us. Let's break down the prompt. The task is to write a fun, lighthearted story. The context is that the main characters should include a brave bunny, a curious squirrel, and a funny bird. Along the way, they encounter a problem, for example, a missing rainbow, a locked treasure chest, or a friend in need of help, that they must solve together using teamwork and their unique abilities. Next, the persona is a group of talking animals, which includes a brave bunny, a curious squirrel, and a funny bird. The format is that the story should include colorful visuals, simple dialogue, a short animation story, and a simple dialogue. Lastly, the tone is fun, lighthearted. When ChatGPT gets enough details in the prompt, it delivers exactly what you're looking for in the right format with the right tone. By breaking down your prompts using these 6 components, task, context, exemplars, persona, format, and tone, you'll be able to consistently generate high-quality outputs from ChatGPT. Don't worry if it takes a bit of practice to master. Once you get the hang of it, you'll see a huge improvement in your workflow. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Make AI Work for You. You will also find the links to the tools we used and the prompts. Until next time, keep making AI work for you.